Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on this 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, because since yesterday's video, we have some new developments here in the charts. Let's first recap a little bit what we saw here over the last day or two. So we saw this bullish divergence confirm here on that 4-hour time frame because we had lower lows in the Bitcoin price and higher lows in the RSI momentum indicator. This confirmed at about 91.7K. And it pointed towards a break from all of this bearish price action that we had been seeing up to this point, either in the form of some choppy sideways price action or perhaps some bullish momentum in the short term. So this bullish divergence here played out quite nicely. But what you may notice is that if we take this swing high to this swing low, and we actually take this Fibonacci retracement here, notice how we got a rejection from this Fibonacci golden pocket. So this Fibonacci golden pocket is sitting between 96.3K and 96.6K, and this rejection so far has not only been on the 4-hour time frame, but it was also on the 1-day time frame as well. Besides that, we also have this descending line of resistance here in the charts. So before we can start talking about a next move up to 100K or even new all-time highs, this descending line of resistance first needs to be broken, as well as this Fibonacci golden pocket. So the way I'm viewing this is simply that this would be the bullish confirmation for me that likely we are going to make new all-time highs after breaking this. But until then, we have to take into consideration that this is for now simply a downtrend on that 4-hour time frame. So of course, it is possible that we make some kind of higher low here in the chart and then from there just blast off to the upside. So it would be wise to wait for some kind of low to actually form before then starting to open up those swing long positions once again. Now, the reason I'm being a little bit cautious here is because on the 1-day time frame, we actually still have this bearish divergence that has confirmed in the charts. So this points towards a break from all of the bullish price action that we have seen here over the last month or so. Again, either in the form of some choppy sideways price action or potentially some bearish momentum in the short term. And besides that, if we take a look at this 1-month Bitcoin liquidation heat map, typically the Bitcoin price gets attracted to where there is the most liquidity on this chart. In this case, it is actually to the upside where we have close to $500 million worth of short positions that would get taken out if Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high. However, at the same time, there's also quite a bit of liquidity to the downside. So in general, I always use the Bitcoin liquidation heat map just as one piece of confluence. And if it aligns with what I'm seeing in terms of my technical analysis as well, then that just increases the probability of the setup that I'm taking a look at. Now, in this case, there's some liquidity to the upside and to the downside, meaning that the Bitcoin liquidation heat map isn't giving a very clear signal here, and therefore I am more so relying on my technical analysis, as I showed you a little bit earlier in this video here. If I zoom in a little bit, for example, down to this 3-day time frame, earlier today we took out a big pocket of liquidity at about 94.8K. That was about $180 million worth of long positions. And notice how this line gets more and more yellow as we go to the right. What this tells us is that as we got down to this low here, people started longing this move to the upside here more and more. So people are assuming that this is already the bottom here and their level of liquidation is sitting very, very close to where the price actually is trading right now. Therefore, I do think it is quite likely that we end up taking out this big bucket of liquidity to the downside. And besides that, there's also a fair amount of liquidity sitting at 93.8K. So in the short term, Bitcoin could be targeting these levels here, especially considering the fact that on those lower time frames, Bitcoin is currently in a downtrend. In terms of some bigger Fibonacci support and resistance levels, I took this swing low all the way up to this swing high here on the wicks, of course. And right here, you can see that we just got rejected from this 0.236 Fibonacci level. And after we reverse to the downside, we are now trading right around that 0.382 Fibonacci level, sitting at 94.7K. So again, if we now break below that level, then the next Fibonacci level below that would be the 0.5 level sitting at 93.2K. So if you want to stay up to date with the crypto markets, make sure to subscribe to my channel with notifications on so you don't miss any of these important update videos. Either way, if you do end up subscribing or not, thank you for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.